Okay, so today I have acquired a Necchi 537L, and I've put little stickers on here to show you what they are. If you can always zoom in on the picture. This is your design stitch knob. This is your stitch width knob. This one is your stitch length, and the button in the center, that's for doing reverse. When I got this machine, it was missing some key components. It was missing the shank adapter. This is a low shank machine, the 537L. And I got a little creative. I got some parts from another machine, which was a JCPenney, that actually fit this machine. I'm finding out there are some things that can be basically deemed universal. And the bobbin area here, it was missing the bobbin holder. This was missing. I've got plenty of bobbins, but it was missing this bobbin holder. This is a class 15 machine, so this is a class 15 bobbin holder. It's important to know which class of bobbin your sewing machine uses, so that if you're missing this part, you get a class 15 bobbin holder and not a class 66. Because a 15 bobbin will not fit in a 66. And the other key component that this was missing was the part that has right here the where the bobbin actually seats into. That was missing as well. And I got that part from a JCPenney machine that I use for parts. It was damaged in shipping a while back, and I was going to ditch the machine, but you never know what you can use on other machines. And when you put the bobbin into this kind of machine, it just snaps. That little lever on the top is meant for you to hold on to it so you can snap it in place. And I need to get the thread out from above here. So the first thing I wanted to make sure was that there wasn't a timing issue. And on this machine, I think I had was told it was used about a year ago. And so the first thing you want to make sure is, like, a lot of times people, when you get a machine that hasn't been used in a long time, they don't remember if it was working when they used it last or not. So you want to always hold your thread. You turn the hand wheel by hand towards you to pull that thread up from the bobbin. Sometimes the door keeps them from pulling it up. So, oops, I didn't lock it in place. My bad. Obviously, it's not going to pull it up if I don't lock it in place. And let's see if I can get it to come up. Came up before. I'm going to start over. Sometimes you just have to start over. Start over, start over, start over. And get that thread through. And this thing, yeah, it's good to have spare parts. Good to have spare parts. I'm going to put that in there. Make sure it snaps in place. And then watch. I leave this open a lot of times just to watch it pull the thread up. As you can see, the thread grabs it. Pulls it right up from the bobbin area. Just like that. So, well, now that we know the timing is good on this machine, we can go over how to thread it. What's really nice about this machine is it has the capability to have a twin needle, and the older machines had that feature a lot for top stitching, design, and things of that nature. Also, when I got this, the top tension was at 9, which is way too tight. So I put them between 3 and 4 just to try it out first time out. Got a presser foot clipped on there. Now this machine, it comes from the thread, goes over to this thread guide, and on the back, and I'll try to show you where that is. There's the back thread guide. So the thread comes from here down across the front, comes down here past the tension disc for the upper thread tension. You bring it down here, pull the thread up, make sure your arm is all the way up. So when you pull that thread up, you can just loop it through, down. There's a thread guide here that holds the needle, and then it goes through the needle. Now most sewing machines, your needle will go with the flat side to the back. This model, the Necchi 537L, the flat side faces the front. Don't ask me why, that's just how they designed it. So it goes to the front. I know that because when I got this machine, the needle was in it. If the needle hadn't been in it, and I put it in wrong, it wouldn't stitch. So if you get a machine that's an unusual brand that you've not used before, I mean, because Necchi's actually, I don't think they get enough credit. They're really good machines. They're very heavy duty. They're just made, that one feature is just different. So I've got it set on the #1 design stitch, because you have a legend over here that shows all your different designs of stitches. You have straight to zigzag, then you've got, these are your, red is your stretch stitches, these are another kind of overlock stitch, and then your buttonhole. So these are color coded because there's a little colored line on your stitch length, and your design stitch style has colored bands also. You can tell, like number 10, you match it up over here, and it's one of these overcast or overlock stitches. So I have it set on a typical stitch length between 3 and 4 is a normal length of stitch. A straight stitch and not zigzag. If I did a zigzag, it would make a zigzag this wide. And then the #1 for the stitch design. So let's fire this baby up and see how she would buzz. I notice I have the free arm off. I have the piece there, but we're going to take this gold piece of material, and I've got 2 different contrasting colors so you can actually see the stitches when they're done. And we'll put that right under there. Put my needle in. And let her go. That should be enough. Now these machines also, on the back of this needle bar, it actually has a cutting tool it's carved into the metal, where you just take the thread and you scrape it across the back, and it cuts it for you. You don't have to use scissors even. It's not an automatic cutter, but I guess you could call it kind of, sort of. So let's see how it's did. Well, this was the bobbin thread. You see that pink thread? Beautiful straight stitches, no, bunching or looseness there. The top stitch thread, I did that in a green, and I think y'all can see the green on there. Same thing, nice, neat stitches, evenly spaced, no puckers, no extra loops, nice and tight. So having it set on the tension between 3 and 4 is perfect for this machine, for using on lightweight to medium fabrics. The only time you adjust your top tension is when you're using a thicker fabric or a real slick kind of fabric that slides around a lot. So the other feature this machine has, and I didn't show you, is over here. Oops, sorry. Over here, it has the ability to do a darning stitch. This is a darning stitch, but you want to set on your regular stitch here, unless you're going to do darning. Darning, what that does is it puts your feet, oops, I put that down. When you turn this knob to the darning stitch, it allows you to do free motion stitch, the feed dogs drop, so that when you put the fabric in there, you're just going to move that fabric around as you stitch it. For quilting, it's perfect. So this is good for anything, quilting, mending, you name it. You can do it on this machine. And I do have this piece that goes onto it. This one is actually attached to the desk. So in order for me to put this in here, it's going to be a little tricky. But lady that had it before, I don't think she used this on it very often. So when I figure out how to put that on there, if I have to disengage it from the table, I will. But it's nice. It's nice to have the extension table. This one is mounted a little bit too low, a little lower than what I like, but they mounted it so that it was flush with the top. So that's the Necchi 537L, and that's how you thread it. That's a straight stitch. If I wanted to change my stitch to a zigzag, I just turn the stitch width dial, fold this over, another side, and put that in there. I already have my universal zigzag and straight foot in there, and needle in. Come on. Well, it's hanging up. Oh, I see why. Because I have it on the straight stitch. So I want to make that a little bit bigger. Let's see if that fixes it. This may be an adjustment that I have to make. There it goes. It hasn't been cleaned yet, so a lot of this may be a cleaning issue, but I'm going to take this out. So it's doing the zigzag stitch. It's just a matter of a little fine tuning. Because, like I said, this was a test run. This is the first time I've run this machine since I got it. And I don't know if you can see, but it does do the stitch that zigzag stitch. It's there. So once I get the bugs out of it, I'll show you some more.